Today we're making meatloaf. This is a very fancy kind of meatloaf I used to make at a four-star hotel, and we used to sell like 100 pounds of this stuff every day in our cafe. It was just remarkably good and very tasty. I hope you enjoy this video. We're going to start out with 5 pounds of ground beef, ground chuck. 4 slices of white bread, just a little shy of 1 cup of milk. Pour that over your bread slices. 2 eggs beaten. Adding that into the bread mixture. So you just want to take your milk and your eggs and make sure that bread is nice and soaked, and then just take your hands or a whisk or a spoon and just mix this in very well till it's all mixed in and broken up. One tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of seasoning salt, 1 tablespoon of garlic, 1 stalk of celery. We're going to chop this and food process it very fine. Here we have our 1 stalk of celery, and we minced it up very fine like a slush. We're going to do the same thing with an onion. 1 onion. Here's our 1 onion that we food processed probably a couple of 2-3 times. We had to scrape down the bowl. We got it really nice and snowy looking and very fine. That's 1 onion. That goes into that mixture also. Now we're going to take all this mixture and we're going to mix it all together. And mix it very well together. The reason why I put everything in my liquids, especially if you're doing like a dressing, like macaroni salad dressing with mayonnaise or salad dressing, you want to put all your your dry ingredients, your salt, pepper, your seasonings, your bread like this with the milk. You want to put that all separate. You don't want to just add it into your meat, because when you go to mix it, you're going to have little parts that are going to have more pepper or more onion or more this or that spices in there. So you want to mix them all in a liquid like this if you can first. Now we're going to add this to our meat. So now we're going to mix this very thoroughly into the meat. It'll take a minute or 2 to get it all mixed up really good. And just take it and mash it all into that meat very well, so that all of it is coated with that panada stuffing and mixture. Here we have our mix. We mixed it very well. Everything is incorporated very nicely. Now we're going to form it and bake it. So now we're going to dump our meat into a deep baking dish. And we're just going to take it and you're going to kind of slap it up together. Spank it down a little bit. Try to get any voids in there, like patched up a little. Press down on it if you have to. And you're just going to fold that up. Make a nice little loaf out of it. You can put it in a loaf pan if you want to. Make loaf pans. We're going to bake this at 350 degrees for probably about an hour. We're going to take some ketchup and smear that over the top of this, along with a little bit of garlic. Here we have our 1 tablespoon of garlic. We're just going to rub that over the top of it. Go around it just a little bit. And now we're going to coat this with some ketchup. Now we're coating it with a little bit of ketchup. We're just going to smear that all the way around it. We're taking about 1 tablespoon of some poultry seasoning, and we're just going to season this meatloaf up a little bit on the outside. Now we're going to bake this at 350. It'll be about an hour or until the meat is 140 degrees and over. So the meatloaf is temping about 120 degrees. We're going to sprinkle some brown sugar now all over the top of it. We're going to set it back in the oven until it's 140 or higher. So here's our meatloaf. It's temping at around 150, 160, which is good. You want everything at least above 140. However, sometimes you could get a little pink in the middle. And a good thing to do when you're temping it is always temp it in 2 or 3 different places. Some parts are thicker, will cook shorter time. Some parts are thinner, and they'll cook quicker. So it's always good to check it. Now to calibrate these kind of thermometers, you have a little dimple, a little dent on the inside of the thermometer. Some do and some don't, but it's located about a third of the way up the thermometer. And you need to insert the thermometer at least a third of the way in. It's always good to go at least like halfway in if you can. If you need to temp something like chicken breasts, you can stack them on top of each other and temp it to get the good height that you need to insert the thermometer. To adjust these thermometers, you want to take them and put it in a in a cup of ice water with a lot of ice. And you stick your thermometer in there and it should read 32 degrees. If it doesn't, if it's higher or lower, you need on the back of it has a little nut. You take a pair of channel lock pliers and you grab onto that nut, you stick it in the ice water, and then you spin your dial while you're holding onto that nut. And you'll see your needle move when you adjust it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Thank you.